I'm Chris Williams from Cyclone Fanatic and a proud Iowa State graduate from the class of 2007. No one shows up like Iowa State fans.
And Cyclones support Cyclones on and off the field.
Your gift can provide scholarships to students, fund groundbreaking research. We can even drum up opportunities for the marching band. Visit MoveWhatMatters.com to learn how you can make an impact today.
Success in farming is all about precision and efficiency, ensuring every seed, every drop of water, every nutrient and treatment counts. Terraplex Ag is helping farmers all over Iowa and the Midwest do just that. With precision ag drone technology and support from Terraplex, you'll boost your productivity and make timely and informed decisions, all while reducing your costs and increasing your profit. It's time to revolutionize your farming. Harvest the benefits with Terraplex Ag. Visit TerraplexAg.com.
What is up? It's Williams and Blum, Sunday, the 13th of July, 2025. We are in the Northwest Bank Studios, presented as always by our friends at Mechdyne and the Mechdyne Corporation. My name is Chris Williams, joined as always by Brent Blum, who's been out racing at the Iowa Speedway all weekend. Did you enjoy your time?
I did. I really did.
I saw Josh Jefferson out there waving the flag.
Yep, Joshua. So this is cool. So Joshua Jefferson waved the flag and had such a great time that he got in one of the pace cars. So
nice.
He did a lap. Kenzie Hare from the women's team got in the actual Indy pace car. So she was in the back of that thing, fire suit and all. We had Elisa Williams there from women's basketball, Sydney Harris from women's basketball, Pam McCune from volleyball was there, and then today we brought out Kyle Conrarty, because you need some clutch on a Sunday.
Absolutely.
The Barrett brothers, who had great mullets, each of them.
Nice.
And Tyler Miller. So
Tyler Miller is a big son of a gun.
He is a big son of a gun and a great, nice son of a gun, too. But he's going to have a great year.
These Barrett boys have mullets?
They do, and they look the part now. But I think Dylan's going to have a great year, and Austin is just as big as his older brother. So, it was a great time. Honestly, really appreciative of the hospitality of the Souk Up #1, because they're the ones we were out there, but also then the IndyCar people. I think it's interesting how when that race started, what was that, 20 years ago when they first came to Iowa?
Well, yeah, it would have been because the first year was when I was moving to Shenandoah to do radio, so that would have been 2007.
It was like 06, 07, somewhere in that time frame. But remember, when that got pre-race coverage on all the local news, it's a little unfortunate, in my opinion, and you would know more than me. Attendance was good. It was not anywhere near what it used to be, and I just wonder if, as a Iowa sports scene, I'm not talking about Iowa State fans, I'm saying Iowa sports fans in general, have we gotten spoiled with the increased attention from all these things lately that now it's just kind of like ho-hum? Or is it simply a matter of economics where those tickets aren't cheap? I totally understand that. Understand that, too.
I don't know. I mean, I'm as diehard of a racing fan as you can get, right? Literally Friday night, we sat and I was making you turn off the Braves-Cardinals game so we could watch dirt late model features in Ohio. Okay? I'm sick. And I didn't make time to get it. And it's the IndyCar thing. I enjoy IndyCar. I really do. I watched both races. We have gotten spoiled.
Yeah.
Because when you know there's going to be 2 every year. And then I also think the unfortunate thing about that race in particular, which was very fortunate for many years, is
we'll talk about Iowa State, by the way.
Well, they had these concerts, right?
Yeah, they did.
And it kind of trained the audience to think that the concert was the main event instead of the race. And with that, now that you don't have the concerts, there's not that many diehard IndyCar fans. I'll watch it. I watch it every week. It's a great form of racing. It hasn't been great at that track since there was a repave and some engine changes with IndyCar with their hybrids and whatnot. But I think it's a combination of everything. I love that place out there. That's one of my favorite places
Yeah, it's
in
a
the world
great way
go
to spend a day. Honestly.
Yeah, it really. I hope that I would like to see him just do one race, go back to that one night race. I felt like that was when the IndyCar race was at its prime, when it was at night, a little cooler, and I don't know. That would be my there you go.
Yeah, no,
inside baseball right there.
And this is, I mean, honestly, like a group like Sukup, so the sponsorship changed quite a bit this year, and that's why they didn't have the concert. So they actually stepped up. I mean,
I know. Thank God they did, because there may not have been a race.
Correct. And so that's why I was like, honestly, like, even more grateful for Steve Sukup and that group. They're unbelievable.
There's a good story to be told at some point, and I don't have all the details. There's a good story to be told about when that track was going to die, and a lot of Iowa businesses stepping up too. And
yes,
Hy-Vee was one of them, and I believe Sukup was one of them.
Manats are good friends of the Manats there. Yep.
Yeah, like there are a lot of people that kept that track alive, and there's a cup race coming there in about 2 weeks that is going to be completely sold out, and that wouldn't exist without a lot of these people. So we owe a lot to them.
Definitely be back for that weekend. They were really, really great for the athletes, by the way.
Did Josh enjoy it?
They had a blast. Like, all of them were like, this is an unbelievable experience. Thank you for this opportunity.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's Joshua. But no, and good news. So here's some little breaking. I'll get you some breaking news that happened in the car. Spent a lot of time with Joshua. He does have his arm in a cast, but it's simply preventative. He will be back full go here in about 9 days.
Awesome.
So
okay.
It's not broken. It's just preventative. It's like a strain that they just didn't want to take any chances from. And as Joshua has said, it's been good for him to observe a little bit. And also it's been good to see the new big guys get to work with some of the starters now too. So it's actually, they've taken, Buchanan and Plata in particular have taken advantage of those minutes in practice.
That's good. Yeah.
And now coaches, a little more inside baseball, the coaches go recruiting here for a couple weeks. And so this is kind of a quiet time for practice anyway. So once everything gets full up and going again, beginning of August, Josh will be ready to go.
The old social media spotting Joshua Jefferson in a cast, like there's never a dull week.
He walks up and was like, how's your arm? He's like, it's good. I'm like, because be prepared to get asked about it all the time.
One picture, man, and it can go around, and I'm down there. I was down in Dallas doing whatever I was doing, and my phone's just blowing up with, oh my God, oh my God, Joshua Jefferson's dead.
He's got a cat. He was at the fourth. I had 8.
Down.
I swear I looked. I had 8 texts from separate people who saw him at the Clear Lake Parade over the 4th with a cast, and you would have thought that it was like the Zapruder film. It was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with Joshua? So rest assured.
Is he wiggling his fingers?
It's not broken. Everything is okay.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, and Joshua had only good things to say about his new teammates. So
good.
Awesome
well, hopefully
day.
we made a racing fan out.
Yeah. Well, you may. Honestly, I'll be back. My kids. My kid.
Well, your wife just sent me a text of so Everett and we have the same favorite driver, Pato.
So, and Crystal met him.
Yeah, I know. She was very excited about that.
I thought she might go home with him, but thankfully she came back.
Our own Jacqueline Cordova is very fond of Pato.
He's a good-looking cat, that guy.
Yeah. Shout out to Jackie. That's like her dream man, him and Carlos Sainz. No, it was fun. The race was much better, I thought, on Sunday, for if anybody actually cares about my analysis. But
just in general, I am, from somebody who grew up in this state, so did you, it's really cool that we have things like this every summer now. And I just think, honestly, the younger generation, I don't say they take it for granted because they're used to it, but it's kind of interesting how this used to be a huge deal. Now it's just kind of like, oh, yeah, the
IndyCar's doing I think, a really good job right now. You tell your friends at IndyCar that your buddy, I think their marketing is much, much, much stronger than it was 5 years ago. So I think that'll be a sport. And I also think people liking F1 now will help IndyCar. I'm hoping. So we'll see. All right, enough of this.
Enough of that. But they also said, real quick, they said the Iowa State athletes were some of the best we've ever dealt with in our time on the tour.
Well, that's good.
So I don't know if they're just saying that to be nice to me, but there you go.
Well, it's better than hearing the opposite.
Yes.
We are presented, as always, by our friends at Mechdyne. We are in the Northwest Bank studios. We are also presented by our friend Colin Newell. You should get a lot of bad weather, a lot of people with flooding, basements. If you had that this week, I'm sorry. We had a brutal, brutal windstorm come through Bondurant the other night. Bloom and I were texting at 3 a.m. It was bad. But no, it just, it's the insurance thing. Is you don't think about it until you need it. Give our guy a call. He saved Bloom and I thousands too. So call Newell Farm Bureau Financial Services.
And he had the bench insured just in case, but the bench made it. The bench made it through.
Other thing, our buddies at Central States Roofing.
Yes.
So they do, it's commercial stuff is what but if you did so the other thing that, my buddy Ryan there was telling me about the leaking, and they do the roof repair, new roofs, new construction, all that good stuff. CSRroofing.com. Good time to hammer that, because there could be a business owner that's got an issue right now after all these storms that have come through.
Great point. Also, did you see this morning our guy Chappie? Let's give Chappie some love today.
Yeah. What about Chappie? What did he do?
Chappie got a connection through the show, the pod, and they sold another home to a fanatic listener this morning.
I love it.
Tagged us on the old Instagram.
I love it. I haven't been on
appreciated
Instagram
that.
yet because I got that app that blocks me out. But
that made my morning.
I love it. I love it.
Chappie gave us credit. It's like, no, Chappie, that's all you, buddy. You did all the hard work.
Yeah, he did. But that's my favorite thing, I believe, about 20 years of doing this is all the connections and people helping people. It's cool. The other, I guess we can do. There's just not a lot of news right now, but that is going to change. We are past media days. We are getting to the point now where we're thinking about lacing up the pads. Going to get moving. I do think the Big 12 is a little early on media day. I think they're a week early now. I think that felt rushed. Didn't feel like the coaches really knew a lot about their teams yet because of the transfers and there's so many guys who show up in the summer and but it did get my juices flowing. I feel like I have a better read on the league than I did, and really good quality time spent with Matt Campbell in Dallas, where you made a point to me earlier, and I think it's very true. He's like the dean of Big 12 coaches, and Gundy.
He's becoming the old guy now.
Yeah, but you can tell he's so open down there. I think he wouldn't admit it. I think he enjoys it.
Oh. I want to text him separately.
I think he enjoys that event.
He's probably a top 3 draw coach-wise now.
If he doesn't enjoy it, he's a damn good actor.
Because he used to, from what I understood, he used to not like that stuff at all.
No.
Well, he looked way more comfortable this year. Did I make that up?
No, I think Matt's always really good at those things.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm saying he seemed to just embrace the whole hey, I'm here. It's year 10. I'm used to this. Fire away type of thing more than, being, I don't say he's ever paranoid, but sometimes he's a little cagey with some of his answers. And I thought he was as honest as possible, especially with you on the side there. That was great stuff that you guys,
you guys have got to watch these.
It's really good. You learn more in that 20 minutes you had with him, honestly, than the first couple of press conferences during the season.
Absolutely.
He's just not going to say anything then.
And he will give you good information. And what you always need to watch for is the names he drops.
Yes,
like
the River Peppers. Yeah. The River Peppers thing. Came out of the blue, but it's real.
And
he doesn't just do that.
I did some follow-ups on that about River, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, he's the real deal."
River with a Y.
I kind of remember him from signing day, but we don't really have signing day anymore,
right?
And I had to look him up, and I'm like, oh, that dude's a dog. So now you have the two guys, Abu, and you've got Hansen. Yep. And then this Dylan Lee they like.
Yep. Aiden Flora. Don't forget about my guy Aiden Flora.
Aiden Flora. Couldn't forget about him. And now Peppers. Running backs, man.
For those, just let me give you a little. Can I give you the Cliff Notes version on River Peppers?
Let's go.
True freshman, Independence, Missouri. Okay, just Kansas City area, 5'11", 190.
Been doing well in Kansas City lately, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah. And he picked Iowa State over K-State, Northwestern, and Utah. Also, all-state track and field and long jumper. This guy
he's a freak.
Incredible athlete.
I'm getting play first, not redshirt vibes.
Correct. That is accurate.
All right. Well, I mean, and you don't know. Like
you get to
could,
4.
Yeah, you could go through
4.
camp and like that's the vibes I'm getting.
Agreed. River Peppers is going to play.
But it's a strong position. It's a position of strength. It's not like, oh, we really need a guy to step up here to fill a hole.
Yeah.
You've got 2 Big 12 proven guys and another one in Lee that you think is going to be one. I was told before last season that they thought Lee had a higher top end than the other 2 guys. Somebody told me that, and granted, we never saw him, but that's what they thought of him going into last year. So this is substantial news, in my opinion, that he would just throw that out there.
For Matt to drop his name first and re-listen to that tells you something, and it reflects what he was here in the spring too, by the way. River was,
yeah,
and he made
correct.
plays all. It got to the point of like, man, it's kind of like got to get this guy on the field, almost, like, well, okay, I know he's only a true freshman, but he's now been really good in back-to-back days. Get him some 1 reps. So he's going to play, no question. Continue to speak highly of Marcus Neal, which has been the defensive name that if you're looking for somebody to really take the next step, look for Marcus Neal. And then the other name that I thought was really interesting, and I've wondered about it for a long time, Zach Lovett got a lot of, pardon the pun, but a lot of love from Matt in that. And he's forgotten about. He's one of those linebackers you forgot about. He
did gush about Zach Lovett.
He missed 10 games. He missed the first 10 games last year. You don't remember him because he didn't do a whole lot when he first got here 2 years ago. But he was, again, if you want to get excited for the season, you know what you should do? Watch the Miami game.
And we need to do that, you and me.
Well, watch defensively Neal, Lovett, and Tyshawn James. Those guys, because remember, Bo got hurt early in that game, and it was going the wrong. I mean, Iowa State could not stop a nosebleed the first couple of series. Like it was, and I understand the Cam Ward thing. Like I get that, but those guys in particular kind of saved that game, and they were all really, really good. So I was glad that he got mentioned.
Go off on Lovett. Didn't I frame it like I wanted to get Matt's insight? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I say something like, could linebacker be your strongest position after everything you went through last year?
And it was
That's
a good line. It was a good line of questioning for you. You actually had asked about Caleb Bacon, playing some end, putting his hand on the ground. Then he brought up Lovett. It's like that's another guy that can do that. Lovett transferred from Missouri and played a little bit his first 2 years.
He wasn't
really
great early. It was an assignment problem. It wasn't ever athleticism. And then they kind of put him on that 3rd down spy the quarterback thing where he did
great.
Yeah, and he did a really good job.
And now he's starting to learn the whole big picture.
Yeah.
So he's not a light guy either. He's 6'3", 245. He's one of those players that's like the perfect development piece, the Darren Porter type, where he's here, he gets better, and then now he's a junior, a redshirt junior, he's a redshirt senior now. Sorry, Zach. And this could be the year that he really jumps on the scene. So excited to hear that.
The reason I asked about Bacon, well, one, because to me, like, that's a really big storyline. Yeah. He may have been the defense's best player 2 years ago.
He was.
Yeah, and he didn't play last year. So I guess I'm looking at all these linebackers and yeah, you're going to be really deep, but I also think some of them, it's like, how do you keep them off the field?
Yeah, I know.
And I wonder, they also said they were going to play more of a 4-man front last year at media days, and we didn't see that at all. So, but I don't think Matt would just specifically do that on the Lovett thing just to
I don't either.
Throw a wild card out there. So, and I do think I think I'm being very fair with this analysis. They're going to need help on the D-line.
No doubt.
To get to the quarterback.
No doubt.
Like, I look at what they have, and Matt did talk up Ike Ezeagu a lot.
He did. That was an honest hour for him. He's like, we didn't play him enough, which I appreciated that.
And I also, Matt was awesome.
Yeah. He said,
that was a great point.
He basically
Thank you for bringing that up. That was
we screwed that up. We should have played Ezeagu more.
So I'm just looking at it, and it's like, man, if they can, I know Bacon will have his hand on the ground. If you got Lovett where you can do that a little bit too.
Loving that Spirit,
I think there's more versatility coming with that defense. Yeah. Again, like I truly think maybe this is not fair to Iowa State's all Big 12 caliber, all American caliber quarterback, Rocco Beck. Okay? But I think I get the vibe. We need to prepare ourselves for more lower scoring 2017-ish Iowa State football games. You have a better quarterback. Running backs, I'm not going to say you have a David Montgomery, but I think your offensive line is better where you can lean on.
I agree.
And you have these elite tight ends. I think you have 2 elite tight ends, maybe more, depending on how the young man from Oklahoma turns out
Alexander. And I was at a thing with Matt this week, and he mentioned him again, Alexander.
I'm looking at this Kansas State game. I think you're not going to go out there and drop 35 in that. I don't think so. Like, what's Iowa State's best opportunity to start 3-0? It's a tough first 3 games. Tough first 4 games. You got to go on the road that next one, right? Like, this is
physical.
brutal.
You got to be physical.
I think that's what you got to do, Brent. Like, and if it's game 8 and the wide receivers are clicking and everything, fine. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just looking at it. How are you going to do this?
I agree.
And hopefully by the time Iowa's in town, you're stretching your legs a little bit, and you can mess with them a little bit because you don't want to do what they do. But I'm really in football mode now, brother. And I don't think that this is going to be an offense in week 1 where you are chucking it around and like it feels very ball control, borderline 2021 to me. And everybody has a bad taste in their mouth, but I think that's the type of stylistically the football you're going to play early.
Well, it's like the old adage is, when you throw the ball, 3 things happen and 2 of them are bad.
Yeah.
Iowa State believes in its offensive line, its tight ends, and its running back this year. They do. They really do like those receivers too. You just don't know yet. Have we ever seen a freshman or a transfer wide receiver come in and pop immediately? I guess Higgins would have been closest, right? Higgins was close, but the first game he didn't do anything, and then
Hutchinson took a while.
It took him a little bit, yeah, for sure. No, it's and Sowell's coming in though from East Carolina where he caught 55 balls, right? Like
I get it.
He played at Colorado, and then Townsend obviously was an all-conference player returner.
Understood. Everybody likes him. They're gonna be good. I don't doubt that.
Adjustment period. Correct. I agree. Early on, and again, Mauser's really aggressive, so I don't think we're not teleporting back to the Tom Manning.
No, he's more aggressive than Tom.
But you will definitely lean on, and I think it's the right play until you really know what you have outside. Use what you do have. And interestingly, one other nugget, and Matt said this in public, and it was from Thursday, so I feel like I can say it. He said to this group, Ben Bramer was graded by our staff entering last year as better than the 2 guys that went in the first round in the NFL draft. Now he got hurt. Mm-hmm. But point is, that's another weapon that your national people are not considering. And Ben has the chance, the coaches will believe so, to be a Jaden Higgins type impact as far as a first, second round pick in the NFL someday. Now he's got to be productive. He's got to stay healthy. He's got the frame, the talent, and the ability to do it. So that's where I lean back to you again. Is like, yeah, it's going to be different this year. You just have different weapons than Higgins and Knoll, and it's. I'm excited to see what they roll out there. But defensively, I am looking for Iowa State to be so much better than it was a year ago.
I want to thank our friends over at Gravitate Co-working. We didn't do the Wednesday pod, so I want to thank a couple of our awesome sponsors, Gravitate Co-working.
Jeff Wood was at the Indy race.
He's a huge IndyCar fan. I hope he had a good time.
My guy.
I like to get his take on the weekend. Also, his wonderful wife, Hope Wood. Hope Wood can get your will done in the day. We got this Ireland trip coming up. Not that we're going to die in airplanes and stuff like that, but I was actually thinking about like insurance and all that stuff like with it. Our friends at Northwest Bank, by the way, Doug sent me this.
Oh, I heard this.
So this is like really good information. This is not an ad.
I had not thought about this until I heard from one of the Northwest Bank people this week too. Different.
Hold on, I'm pulling up this specific foreign currency.
Foreign currency. Yes.
We need to get some Irish money.
For real.
Is that what they take?
They have a currency. I believe, is it the euro or is they have their own? I think it's the euro, isn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna get all of this. They actually, you know what? They have there's a link to it, and I'm gonna put it out on our social media. Basically, you've got to be prepared, right? When you go overseas, I do think that they do the euro, but
it is euro.
Yeah,
Northern Ireland has its own.
Point being, you need some of that before you get there, and we would like you to use our friends at Northwest Bank.
Well, you can do it at the airport, but those sons of guns charge a fee. They charge a fee. Don't do that.
Have it before you go. You just put it in your little travel thingamajig.
You get a better rate. And you can do it. Northwest Bank has literally, because they're local, they know all of you are going to Ireland. They're ready for this.
They're ready to go.
They will do it on scene there, and so you don't have to worry. One less thing to worry about.
Okay, I want to spread the word on this. I'm super excited about Thursday night, and I know you are too. I'm hosting an event at Sweet Caroline's in Ames with Paul Shirley, one of your heroes growing up. Paul is one of the most interesting people I know.
He really is.
New book out. We're going to do like a live podcast type thing. A lot of it is about, his new book, but we are going to be talking Cyclones too. But this is free for anyone to come out. You can get your picture taken with Paul. I'll be there if you want one with me. Paul will sign a book for you. You can buy the book out there. But it's more just a hangout for Cyclones on Thursday night. This is in Ames at Sweet Caroline's. We will be there at 6. I believe the program's going to start at 7. So that's coming up.
Has some of the most interesting Iowa State stories
of
anybody on this planet. You guys, he played for Larry at Larry's peak in multiple ways of Larry's peak, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
So the stories alone of that era is, I was at a thing with Paul a couple months ago, and I didn't want to leave. He's a fascinating character. And then actually this work stuff that he wrote about is actually super interesting if you're kind of a nerd like us and worry about productivity.
It is fascinating.
And dopamine and tech companies and all that.
About how they're just taking over our brains.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, other than that.
So that'll be Wednesday. If you are a Central Iowa, anybody can come to this. Just
Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday. Sorry. We're doing one down at Iowa Distilling on Wednesday for our premium subscribers. So that is not open for the public. You have to have a ticket. Only our premium subscribers can get into that one. Thursday night is open to the public. Again, Paul and I will be there around 6. And Paul and I are planning Thursday night to stick around and have some cocktails after the fact. So, because we don't ever get to hang out, so that'll be fun.
You guys will love Paul. I know, it kind of got weird there for a little bit when he was, had his disagreements with Larry.
He was just being honest.
He was being honest.
Yeah.
What do you want him to do?
And Larry was honest about it.
Yeah,
and then now they've buried the hatchet.
Yeah,
and
he's like, Larry basically said, I was a terrible human being. I don't know why those guys put up with me. So.
Yeah, and
I'm glad you're doing that.
Paul told me, I did that CW pod on Iowa Everywhere with him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We talked about it, about how they buried the hatchet and made up, and now they're like in touch with one another consistently. And it's actually kind of cool.
Love to see it. Yeah. Love to see it.
So then you're going to be in Okoboji. Jake Brend will be up there for Cyclone Fanatic, participating and I believe helping you with the program and covering this 100%. Event. So what about Northwest Iowa? How can we get our fanatics involved up there?
Yeah, WeWillCollective.com. We have a golf outing. We have some foursome still available, but then also we have a dinner program with an auction with some amazing stuff that's going to be there. And so you can get a dinner-only ticket if you would like, and that is at Oak Hill. The marina there at their outdoor, donated by them, which is very appreciated. And so many great people in Northwest Iowa. I could go there twice a year. The neat part is, so unfortunate but also neat, because these two young men bailed me out, and I owe them a lot, and so does all of Cyclone Nation. But the basketball teams both have mandatory workouts that day, so they could not get away to go up to Okoboji, because that's a bummer. But again, I want them to win games. I don't want them to appear just to say hi to you all. I hope you understand that. But I sent out a kind of all hands on deck to the football players because they have a little bit of a break. And two of them said, I'll be there. I'll be right down the road. And that is Cooper Ebel, Northwest Iowa guy, and Bo Goodwin, another Northwest Iowa guy. both of them are hosting youth football camps on Thursday and Friday. They're going to drive 90 minutes just to come to that dinner program just to meet all you Cyclones.
Dude, what about Campbell dropping the Cooper Ebel had a dislocated shoulder bomb?
And he did. He played the last 9 games with a dislocated shoulder because nobody else could.
Yeah.
And then Bo Goodwin was at Kingsley Pearson playing 8-man football.
Dude, Bo Goodwin's the guy who I would buy all stock in. Right? I think he's a freaking stud.
And they like first-class humans to go other way just to help me out. I think they're not getting anything for it.
That's what makes these events so cool, though, is when we took the Eastern Iowa kids over to Mississippi River that one time.
Totally. And that's I've still got a couple lines out to some other Northwest Iowa Cyclones. Again, I appreciate everyone's understanding of number one priorities that they practice and win some games. But we'll have a great time, though, and then Jake coming all the way up, and we'll do a program. I've got some nuggets I'm going to drop up there.
Ooh,
nuggets. I can't do it here, but I can do it after a couple Ames loggers.
Do you have a connection where I could FaceTime the crowd from Ames?
That was actually
Paul Shirley.
Can we do that? Let's do that.
Let's try.
Do you think? Are you technical?
Because it breaks my heart that I'm not going to be up there at Okoboji, but Paul could only be here like 2 days, and it was like, okay, we're just going to knock it off.
The good thing is the technology. I've got some other things up my sleeve that we're going to try and pull off.
Okay.
So as much representation as possible.
I'd love to speak with those folks.
At the very least, please show up, say hello. I love meeting you all, and we're going to have a great day up in Okoboji on Thursday. WeebleCollective.com if you'd like to get a ticket.
Busy week, and then next week we have the Niang stuff. Niang's back. So we're looking forward to going up there, and I'll be at trivia. I've retired from golf.
I think they
but on that
out.
Friday, we're going to be up at Mechdyne.
That's right. Yep,
you're going to that, right?
I think so.
Okay, we're taking the dirt car. We'll charging Charlie McKenna's race car up to a social.
You know what? Summer's great. Although I love all these things, I'm also really excited to go to Dublin and start the season.
Oh yeah,
but terrified at the same time. I'm also terrified.
Well, my thing. Iowa State could be 1-2 and still be a really good football team.
100% possible.
That's why I'm excited for Dublin. I'm excited to go. We're going to do the family thing. We are making a vacation out of it. I don't know how much of a vacation it's going to be, but we're driving. But I'm glad this isn't an every year thing. I would much rather. I see why these teams want to play an FCS team and ease into things. I get it.
Well, and then let's look at the track record here, and I think this has to be addressed, is teams that have played in Ireland have not done well the following 4 weeks. Now, this game's only been around for a couple of years, so it's like, is this just a blip, or is it a theme with the difficulty of international travel? But guess who played in that thing last year?
Florida State.
And Georgia Tech. Okay, like, Georgia Tech won the game. Florida State went in the absolute tank after that. Now, they had other issues. I'm not saying that's just Dublin. But Nebraska played out there 1 year. Northwestern won that game and then went in the tank after that. Like, this is a big adjustment. Most of Iowa State's football team has never been overseas, not to mention played a football game overseas. So you're asking a lot, and Iowa State has prepared for this since they announced this last April. Like we've talked about on this podcast. They've talked about travel. They've talked about sleep specialists. They've talked about, how do they adjust their days and when to start practicing when, and all of these things. The coaches have gone and visited with separate NFL teams to figure out how they've done the Europe trip because those teams are used to it. So they've done all they can, but you can't predict a bunch of players on their opening day to go over to Kansas, to go to Dublin to play K-State.
It's after the fact.
Yes. The
game that would scare me would be the South Dakota and Iowa game.
And I agree, because one way or another, there is going to be a hangover of some capacity.
Yes. And South Dakota's good. And you have a starting quarterback there who used to play at Iowa State. So he's going to be chomping at the bit.
Yeah, and they got guys. They're not,
Well, I'm just saying, though, listen, Iowa State's a really, really good football. It's a top 20 football program in the country.
No doubt.
But there's still it's not like the level of talent where this isn't Georgia rolling out guys.
No, it's not.
Right? So you do have to take that week 2 thing seriously. I'm serious. They should win. I bet that they will.
The South Dakota game, not the K-State. K-State's a total coin flip.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. How about that? And they're getting what? Okay, let's talk about them because we're
Wiffles Hybrid's Big 12 segment right now.
We're 5 weeks away from this team. Like we are on it.
Plant your independence. Plant Wiffles.
What is the vibe on K-State? Because they again started to get all this. They had that poll.
They are loved down there in Dallas.
Is it the O-line or what's? Is it the D? Like I know the
I like the
are
quarterback.
respected. The quarterback's a nice player.
I like the quarterback.
Running back's really good.
To me, they're a spitting image is Iowa State.
Iowa State's beat them twice in a row.
Yeah, I just saying, like, if you were take yourself away from what we do, take a step back, like Gary Patterson once said. Take a look at your life.
Where's he?
I guess my whole thing is that they're just like known as consistent programs that haven't won it big, but the vibe I got down there from everybody else is that people think they are better than Iowa State and that they have a considerably better shot at the Big 12 championship. That's the vibe I got.
I heard
not
it,
my
I heard
opinion. I'm just telling you how I felt.
I felt the same vibes from the media coverage, but I'm trying to figure out why.
Yeah, I don't particularly get it either. I think Iowa State has a little bit of a reputation as can't win the big one.
Fair. Well,
that's the vibe I got.
That On3 poll, was it On3 that did it? I think it was On3 that did it.
Yeah, it was. It was McMurphy's.
Where Iowa State was picked second in the league, but had the fifth amount of first place votes.
Nobody voted them first place.
Or nobody did, excuse me. And that four other teams got first place votes. Is that what it was?
Correct.
And that's an interesting point.
Kansas State had the most.
Maybe Iowa State's getting that reputation as like the Buffalo Bills a little bit.
Which isn't really fair.
No. It's been 2 games.
Yeah. And really, like, God, that Oklahoma game still makes me sick.
Yeah. What makes you more sick? That game or Arizona State? Because Arizona State was just a whooping.
The Oklahoma game makes me way more sick.
You think?
Yeah. I don't feel like Iowa State would have played Arizona State and won that game many times.
True.
With the setup of the defense, with the injuries, with Scadaboo, Levitt was better than we thought he was going into that game.
He was. He was really good.
I'm saying if you put those teams on the field 10 times in that exact roster, I don't think Iowa State wins many of them. The 20 game, I think
Iowa State was better than them.
I do too.
I do.
And I think they flipped it on. And I think if you replay the last 10 minutes of that game 10 times, Iowa State's going to win it more often than not. So that game makes me way more sick.
Interesting. It was just a bummer because the vibes before the Arizona State game were immaculate.
Yeah.
Like Friday night.
God, we had so much fun.
Saturday morning. Then you stuff it down their throat on the first drive, and you're like, oh, baby, here we go.
Yep,
and then
and then you had those. I haven't watched the game back. I won't. I want to say there was some there was like a fourth down. They gave up a fourth down. Like
yes.
Couple of plays go differently at the beginning, and you feel like
play. They had that. Yes.
I won't watch it.
I haven't.
I refuse.
I haven't seen it since then.
Well, maybe we can get back there.
I would like to go back. The Texas Live on Friday night.
Oh,
maybe one of the better nights I've ever had in my life.
I don't remember much because I was hanging out with Rylan Barnes' family. You get me with those boys, and it's.
And
that's kind of like a road game tradition for me now. Is hang out with the Barnes Farms. Shout out to Barnes Farms.
And the Uber drivers were very popular that night.
Oh yeah. We deserved that too because the first time, remember, it was during COVID.
You couldn't do anything. And
lame.
I met some people this summer and like, hey, I ran into you in Texas Live before the game. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And I'm going, whew, kind of blurry.
Good times.
Fun times.
Last bit, I just wanted to touch on, thank a couple of our other great sponsors, and then we'll move on to a media topic really fast. Iowa State University Foundation, MoveWhatMatters.com. You'll see my new Vet Med commercial coming out soon.
And soon to be the We Will Fund within the Iowa State Foundation.
There you go.
Keep an eye on it.
All right. Well, that'll be great on Forever True Day.
Yes.
You guys 100%. Will just crush it on Forever True Day.
Thing. We better.
You're coming at the Ivy College of Business.
Beware, Raj. Ognahotri. We're coming. And Band. Band, you're on notice, guys. I'm sorry. Your little run of the, Forever True Day is over. We Will Fund is coming for you, Band.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Those are fighting words.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I'll probably still give it to the Band.
I think I will, too, just for...
A huge Band guy. Did you see this? This doesn't have anything to do with Iowa State or the Big 12, but it's this big picture conversation we've had on the show for almost a decade. Formula One, a lot of racing talk today.
Yeah, look at us.
This has nothing to do with racing. This is a media story. They have had their media rights owned by ESPN ever since I can remember. When I was a kid, it was Fox-owned Speed Channel had them, and you'd have to get up at like 3 a.m. and watch the races, and it was not a readily available channel. Turned out, like years down the road, Formula One, from what I understand, basically gave their media rights to ESPN for a while because they just wanted to be on TV.
Yep.
One of those things. ESPN doesn't produce these races. Sky Sports over in the UK does it, and then they farm it out, whatever. Well, now Formula One's like this really big deal, and it's much more Americanized, and people are watching it here in the States, and it's become a power player. Got the new movie, of course, the Netflix series, all that stuff. And it was reported by, I believe Yahoo was first to report it, but everybody's on it now, so this is clearly happening. Apple has basically doubled ESPN's bid. I thought the numbers I saw, I thought ESPN had bid $200 million. Apple comes in with a $400 million bid.
Per year?
Yes. Yeesh. For Formula One rights. And again, the bigger conversation here is it's not if, but when. Yeah. We have said this for dating back to 2020, really, when we were talking, when our guy, Stu. It was like these tech companies, they will jump in and take what they want. Essentially, if they don't want it, they won't bid on it. They will take what they want. And we're seeing this right now in this Formula One thing. Now, that's a very different thing than like a Big 12 television contract. But I guess the greater point is that if you're a sports fan and you don't want to have Netflix, and I get it, I get all these things. It's like, I want to watch NFL games, but they're on 15 different things. I don't know what channel the game's on. This isn't going anywhere. It's only going to strengthen, and this is just the latest in that. That didn't surprise me. And that to me is like a really good home for Formula One. Like it's the whole like elitist thing, and like it makes sense that they would be on Apple TV. Apple having MLS now and Formula One is the exact same. I won't say it's the exact same, but it's a nice crossover for them. Yes. And they're, what I would say is their younger generation. Mm-hmm. No, I thought the other part that raised my media/business antenna this week was that really well done Cody Campbell article by USA Today, I believe. Absolutely. That was great. Cody Campbell, the mega Texas Tech booster donor, who, by the way, is only 3 years older than us. What have we done wrong? A lot. And he basically is working directly, and this is not political. I hate to have to preface that, but I'm just telling he's working directly now with President Trump. They've removed Nick Saban from this little leadership endeavor. And Campbell's whole idea, which I think is dead on, like ignore the whole super mega booster oil tycoon thing. The idea is really good. The only way you're going to get out of this mess with all this weird like competition over, the millions here, millions there, and honestly the NIL era, which got us into this mess, the only way out of it is if you collectively bargain and then pool all the TV rights. It's the only way. Yeah. It's the only way, because then you put everybody on the same page, on the same team. Until everybody has the same TV rights, C-Dub, you're going to have all these little fiefdoms. You just are. And the issue is nobody wants to give up their power. That's the TV networks, that's the commissioners, that's the conferences, it's all the above. Campbell has the best idea I've heard in the 10 years in this space, though, and it's like, why does the NFL aggregate all of its rights? Why does the NBA aggregate all of its rights? Because you get so much more. There's a reason why Formula One and MLS are like, we're all in on Apple. That's it. Yeah. Because you make so much more when you're all together. But I don't think we'll ever get there. I just don't. I don't in college sports. There's too much ego. There's too much power. There's too many Rose Bowls out there. To do it. But in my opinion, we need more
Everybody would make double overnight if they aggregated all the TV rights together. They would. I think it'd be double.
What we need too are more people like Cody Campbell involved. And I don't know. Is he a good person? I don't know any of this. All I know is if we keep all of these long-time 50-year veterans of college sports, nothing's going to change.
No.
And I'm not even saying kick them out. Like, they should be a part of the conversation because there are still academics involved. Like, all that is real.
Yeah.
We need more people who see the world differently. Like another racing conversation. Michael Jordan owns a NASCAR team. He is absolutely disrupting that industry because he's like, wait a minute, you guys do it this way? It's very similar. It's very similar in how NASCAR like disperses out its television revenue and all. And Jordan's like, you guys are getting screwed.
Yes.
To the rest of the teams, and the rest of the teams are looking around like, oh, well, this is just the way we've always done it.
And that's what college sports is like. Oh, well, we need to be on ESPN and Fox. It's like, no, you don't. Stop it.
You absolutely don't.
Like, people killed the MLS, and I know it's the MLS, but you guys don't realize this. 10 years from now, the MLS might be bigger than the NBA. Okay, that's the way it's trending. They killed them. Like, oh, you're going to go on a streamer all of your games? It's like, well, guys, this isn't 2009 anymore.
No.
And yet, all of our administrators at the upper echelons like, oh, you better be on ESPN and Fox because that's what I watch. I was like, man, we're missing it. And I think if we can't get a Cody Campbell and someone of that ilk to make people move, it's just going to be the segmented mess that we've been in for the last 10 years. I was as encouraged reading. I've never agreed more with a billionaire Texas Tech oil type.
It helps that he's a Texas Tech guy, too.
It does. Because
that he's not, one of the IT programs, and that's good for us.
It is, and he is scaring everybody in the SEC because he's like, you know what? I'll beat you at your own game then, unless you play along. It's almost like a weird...
I like this guy.
I don't want to call it a threat, but it's like, okay, if you want this to be all about money, then I have the money.
Part of me is rooting for Texas Tech.
I thought the same thing.
Like, I don't want them to flop.
I know for Iowa State it's not great direct competition down there in Lubbock, but you need to beat them at their own game for them to change their tune.
Yes.
You really do. I think Texas Tech, in a weird way, is a positive here for the Big 12 and the ACC.
Couldn't agree more. Fun stuff.
Yeah, but they need to...
Thank you for bringing that up. We needed to hit on that.
If you want to save college sports, C-Dub, you have to aggregate TV rights. It's honestly, I think that might be your only play. Otherwise, you're going to be in this weird realignment mess every single 5 years when these TV rights are up.
Good show.
Thank you.
Glad you had a good time out at the track.
I did. You know what? I'll be back. I am not a race guy, but I appreciate good competition and people that do things the right way. And I had fun. I had fun this weekend.
His name is Brent Blum. My name is Chris Williams. We are signing off from the Northwest Bank Studios, presented as always by our friends at Mechdyne. Go buy yourself a bottle of Cody Road Bourbon. We will be back on Wednesday. Later.